Hello dear students, welcome in this online session of 10th standard, and the lesson which we already took in the basic 4 part previously is now continuing in the part number 5. So today we will continue this lesson and we'll try to finish this lesson in this part, and also I'll make you understand that what is the challenges related to the policy of unemployment too here. Now you can see economical problem and the challenges, poverty and the employment program. As I made you understand all the yojanas in the previous part, in the previous 4 parts, right now we are going to move on the part which is actually make you to clear about the efforts to reduce the unemployment. So that's how this is the part number 4, and the topic is that efforts to reduce the unemployment. Now what can be the efforts on that? Okay, you might be thinking that what can be efforts can be applied to reduce the unemployment. See, problems of unemployment is actually weakest link of the planning. Poverty and also unemployment are actually two sides of the same coin. Poverty, unemployment. Poverty and unemployment. It means that one problem causes two situations, or one situation causes two problems. Therefore the challenging problem has to mainly affected on the educational purpose, on the general purpose, on the youth purpose and all basically. So as a result, the attitude of interest towards the studies, then other to the negative effects of social mental health condition of the people are deteriorating, and that's how we can say that okay, they have become disappointed. The youth of India have become disappointed psychologically, and that's how we need to actually remove the poverty and unemployment from our nation. So if they remain unemployed for a longer time, they are also associated with the immoral activities. Now activities can be drug addicting, then traffickings, apart from that legal activities, also robberies and recovering of the ransoms and all too here. So that's how we can say anti-social activities, immoral activities, murder cases, this all will be actually taken place just in the sake of money, because there is no any kind of employment available inside the nation. So when the price is rising, it is actually joining the unemployment too, and that's how narcotic, then drugs and all. You might have seen how the India is actually in lug inside this drug cases and all the most of stars, all the celebrities are coming in the drug cases. See, they are actually doing the drug cases just because of their ignorance towards the media, towards the public, towards the constitution. But the people who are poorer, they are addicted inside the drug selling, buying, using or providing just because they need some amount of money, but they are also making society to become dirty, the youth to become spoiled out. So therefore we can say the condition from poor to pathetic can be seen out, and that's how it has been turning for the change now, which we need to take on to get the proper amount of employment here. So that's how we all have studied in the previous classes, that programs are made to remove the unemployment. Now what should be done? If I'm talking about this kinds of category, then what should be done? Which kind of programs should be made out here? Then in this case we can understand that by aiming some of the goals here, okay, by aiming the high goals. So that's right here, by aiming of high goals, okay, by aiming the high goals. Now economical development can be also going more than 10% per year, which is actually acceptable, increasing in the capital investment or the opportunities to here with the employment. New fields should be opened out here. Not only that, balanced economical system should be also done in the developing countries. Agricultural sector, small housing industries, or we can say household industries, cotton industries. Apart from that, the increasing agricultural industries, agricultural sectoral, and most of the internal employment can be generated only by the help of this kinds of employment or by aiming the high goals. So India and the government of India is actually aiming the high goals, which I'm actually making you to understand on the page number 141. So you can go with that. Now by aiming the high goals and all, industrial development will be done. But what about the other schemes and all? So we need to also take the schemes along with that. So second point says that government should lay stress on the development also. stress on the development of the units, labor intensive work production, then consumers goods and all, small and other cottage industry should be also focused out, gram udyog should be also focused out, and also we can say handloom, then handmade materials and all. Encouragement should be done so that implementation of the program should be implemented well, and the scheme should be also working well with the same condition. That's how we can say that this country can be developing. The third point says that more number of people may be employed, okay, in the rural areas. So the second says government should lay stress, that will write in the second. Government should lay stress. Okay, the second, as I made you understand, that is the government should lay the stress. The third thing, more number of people may be employed in the rural area. The third says that more number of people NUMBER, number of people must be employed. Okay, so by aiming of high goals, then government should lay stress on the development and more number of people must be employed, stressed for the development. Okay, so these are the basic factors which we need to understand, and apart from that we can say that after that it should be also planned well in the condition where the government should be focusing over the villages areas, and continuously government should be also making some kinds of efforts by making some of the panels of the team which can be going inside the areas and making some kinds of efforts to survey the land and also to survey the general conditions of the people who are actually living inside the rural areas and all. So the employment during at that time, farmers and all should be employment during the businesses or the agencies related to the agriculture should be also focused out, and more of the people number should be also taken out here, so that we can say in this kinds of employment every field must be focused out, and that's how cattle rearing, tube well, pond, canals, construction of the roads activities should be programmed well, and they should be oriented well also, seasonally not, but they should be oriented well time to timely, and that's how employment opportunities should be also increased inside the villages. Now see, if you are making village road, if you are making village pond, if you are making village internal whatever the tube wells are there or check dams are there, so in that case of theory, if you are in the need of the helpers, then village people are only going to help you. So in that case you can generate the betterment of the village, that is smart village, but you can also generate the good amount of employment also for that village people, at least for some time, but you can generate out that here, so that opportunity for the village people are also there for the working in their own village and getting the own amount of the money too. So this will also stop the migration towards the cities, and this is very good enough because today we can say that village people are migrating towards the cities, where the cities are crowded by the village people. So therefore we need to understand that efforts to reduce the unemployment is basically depending upon the three factors, but you can go morely to the three factors also. So that's how we can say I'm trying to make you understand about the India's condition and employment and all other things too here. See my dear student, we have some more topics and points also, like in order to sustain the self-development and all, banking facilities, insurance, internet, public property, then construction of the permanent we can say public properties, then encouragement of the adaptation of the farming agencies and all, and lots of kinds of things can be done. Like for example, as I discussed in the fourth topic and in the fifth topic, we can understand generally in order to decrease education unemployment among youth, skillful laborers, skillful leaders or skilled artisans must be focused out. Orientation to the technical educational policy should be also adopted, which produces skilled artisans. Then curriculum weightage should be also designed to make proper effective working category, so that employment should be progressed well, unemployment should be moving away from there. So it can also improve along with the production, it can be also improving along with the employment, increase on the employment, the increase of the homemaking facilities also, then standard of life living, the standard of living also can be improved out here. So after generating these kinds of things, generally India and Indian government can assure the benefit of the better future. And also Labor Ministry of Indian government 6 point says that state government has implemented ambitious programs like Make in India and Skill India too. These two programs are working very beautifully. That is the program known as Make in India, okay, and the second one is Skill India. Skill India. Now what are this plan? This is skill, okay, SK. Now in this category we need to understand, okay, in the Skill India and Make in India, the third factor is actually coming from the technical field, that can be said as the Digital India, to enhance the knowledge and also to give the beautiful we can say lifestyle to here. So that's how we can say the third one says that Digital India. These all are the basic program which is actually given by our Sri we can say Narendra Modi, means our Prime Minister of India, since 2013-14. Therefore we can say labor market of the India is working very progressively, and this kinds of Skill India, Make in India, technical colleges, ITI fields, everything has started in India. That's how now today the people who are actually getting degrees and all, they are getting employment, but those who are not getting the degrees and all, they are also getting employment. Why? Because Skill India is helping that kind of people who are actually not having much amount of degrees and all, who are fail or who are illiterate people too here, by making them to go with the skill only. And efforts are also being made for the employment through the nearest curriculum, schools, colleges and all, in which we can say vocational and technical educations are given. And at present we can say higher institutions like IIT and IIM are being also established, which is also working in the most part with the which is also working internally our part of country, and also which is helping most of the higher students with the high degrees and all, and to get the proper amount of the benefit of their jobs also. So that's how we can say this lesson is not only one of the lesson, this lesson is making you to understand the theory relation of the India's mirror showcase, that what is India, why India is struggling still in the name of poverty, why India is actually working on the name of unemployment, and why India is actually working on the basic categorized world theory, where India is actually trying to recover from the general category of the world, we can say unemployment, or the hub of unemployed people. So India right now is becoming very strong. India right now is becoming very popular also. Nowadays in 2020-21 we are actually coming in the third largest to second largest in the farm production of the activities. Also we are holding the good amount of armies and all. So this book consists of some old knowledge. If this book is updated, then you will be shocked out by the figures which are shown out of the year of 2014 to 2015 and 2015 to 2020 and 21, because nowadays India is becoming very smart, and as you have seen this kinds of problems in India, nowadays these problems are seen very less in India, and that's how we can say that India is improving. But before finish this lesson, we need to work on the last topic, that is the world labor market. See, internally these kinds of topics are discussed, like 7-8 topics are there, you can refer by yourself, but we need to focus on the last topic. We change our labors in the countries, among the nation, in the world, and also we call this as a world labor market. So when the labor is exchanged from one place to another, it can be said as world labor exchange too. This helps the country to develop and also laborers to get the benefits here. So now internationally we are exchanging the labors. This labor movement is also known as the international labor movement. Now walk out of brain, if you talk about, okay, walk out of brain power for the educational knowledge. Walk out means what? If we just leave our nation, for what we leave? For the higher technical knowledge, for the job, for the skill development, okay, for the education and all, technical theory, better job, these kinds of things are done. So most of we need to understand migrations are seen. See, generally in India we are focusing most on the migrations, but today we can say that in the exchange of world labor market, more than migration, we are actually working in the category where the people in India, they come and they are scientifically changing their attitude, and they are spending lots of money in facing great flew to their personality or to become a good personalities, and having talent, intelligence also, they can be welcome in India, and nowadays also they are welcome. But in the previous time, Indian people were going outside. So right now also they are going, we are not stopping anyone, but somehow it can be said that okay, it is actually affecting on our GDP. Therefore we need to focus that okay, world labor exchange is a good thing which is improving and boosting up the knowledge, but apart from that, appointing such peoples, appointing such qualified people, skill and trade experts, they can adopt attractive topics over the practice of high peaks and high perks of India, where India can welcome everybody. Though today we actually lend money, we actually buy, we actually earn money from the other countries and all, we need to understand that India actually is a country where we need to talk about the employment, we need to talk about the progress, and also we need to talk about the business which can be expanded well. So now they actually, if you talk about the world labor market, so they adopt the attractive tactics to practice with the high perks and industrial revolution also. Firms with the concerned policies, employees to the foreign countries are Indian people, and also obtaining the required qualification, our students are going there, knowledge, skill, and that is general thing which we need to survive here. So today world labor market also proves that exchange of students, exchange of laborers, doctor, engineers internationally is also one of the part of international migration and trade too. So that's how we can say like the country receives foreign exchange as a part of income due to migration of people, or the foreign countries also provide them jobs and all. So because of the flow of foreign money into our country, in this way problems of the India is somehow is eradicated, and exchange is also somehow solved out. So therefore we can say that India is a nation where everything is possible, and right now we are making possible by the help of Skill India, Digital India, or we can say Gram Uday and all, lots of kinds of yojanas and all, Skill India, Make in India and all, where India is improving well, India is importing well, India is making everybody to come in India and make some kinds of beneficial things so that Indian people will get the benefits here. I hope this lecture helped you out, my dear student. This was lesson number 17, that is economical problem challenges about unemployment of India and poverty too. And I hope this lecture part number 5 made you to understand about the last basic topic of the page number 143 and 145. So we'll see you in some other new lessons. This lesson was still here only. Take care. This is chapter number 17, part number 5, 10th SS, and soon we'll be understanding the other lessons too here. Till then you can revise by yourself and keep care, stay self-distancing, use sanitizers and masks too here. Jai Hind.